People say Matthew's 60th goal was against Detroit and it doesn't count. Oh my God, is that what we're going to do now? You know what I mean, Cobra? You know what I mean? Like, if people want to say something that stupid, honestly, unless you're doing a social media account like me, where you get to benefit off of the interactions, if you don't run something like that, don't even engage with these people. You are wasting your breath. They are morons. They are morons. Oh, because Detroit's not a very good team, his 60th goal doesn't count? You kidding me? Oh, come on. So now we got to go back retroactively through each player's season and go, well, you know, these goals over here were against a last place Arizona Coyotes. So, I mean, they don't count. And these goals over here were against the Buffalo Sabres when they were really struggling the worst. So those goals don't count. We're going to reduce people to 15 goals by the time we're done with that nonsense. You know what I mean? Oh, what, now it matters that it's against Detroit? That's people that got nothing to say, man. That's people that got nothing to say. Nothing to say. And they're so brain dead, they think that that's an actual diss or something like that. It's not. They look stupid for saying something like that. You know? Oh, man. People don't get sports chirps very often. You know what I mean? Like, well, I shouldn't say people. Lots of people do. That's why people like us are all gathered. But you know what I mean? There's such a larger population that just doesn't understand sports chirps that if it's factual or outrageously funny, the best ones are both. If it's any of those three things, one, the other, or the combination, it's a good chirp. But when you try to chirp something that makes literally no sense and is also not worded very funny, so it's just out of context and stupid, it doesn't upset us. It just makes you look like a moron. You know what I mean? So, by all means, I love it when people say stupid things because then I don't have to do any work to find out how dumb they are. You know, they just do it for me. They just let it out and I'm like, bingo, there you go. Now I get to know that you're an idiot. I don't have to get to know you any further. You are definitely stupid. So, yeah, man, who cares who it's against, right? He's got it. 60, baby. 60. I gotta love it. Yeah, it's only because it was Matthews. It's only because it's the Leafs, you know? Yeah, and they're offended when you call them morons. Like, oh my goodness. You can't use any insults anymore. You know, I love how on the internet, I love people on the internet that think it's perfectly fine to imply that you're something horrible, arrogant, or stupid, or anything else. Completely imply it. They don't call you stupid, or they don't call you arrogant, or they don't call you selfish. You know, they don't say these words. They don't call you an idiot or a dummy or whatever else like that. They don't use those words, but they make a joke or a sentence that definitely is implying that you are stupid or something. Right? And then when you call them a moron, they're like, whoa, buddy, whoa, easy with the name calling here, buddy. I'm just trying to have a polite conversation. I'm not here to call names. That's immature. That's juvenile. That's ridiculous. Shut up, you moron. You got me? All right? Just because you don't say it doesn't mean you're not implying it. All right? You're trying to be sneaky. And the sad thing is, a lot of times, I don't even think people realize they're doing it. Because they're so full of themselves. They're not even realizing that their words come off a certain way. You know? Come on, man. We know what you're doing. You think you're being clever by not actually insulting us or name calling us. You're name calling us, bro. So you're getting it back. You moron. You idiot. Like, what would you rather do? Me use completely offensive terms? Like, this is little kid stuff, man. If you're offended by being called a moron or an idiot, get off the internet. This ain't for you, man. This ain't for you. All right? Stop making comments on people's posts. Stop trying to like make your own posts that are like taking jabs at people if you can't deal with the fact that somebody's going to come for you because of it, you know? I'm ready for it. I invite it. I like the conversation because as long as we're having fun doing it, it's all good. But some people they're not ready for it, man. They're not ready for it. And you know what the sad thing is? It's people that have never played sports. And I don't just mean hockey, but I mean sports. What do you do against Boston Friday? Do we sit a few of our stars or do we play them? Man, you know what I would like to do? I would like to sit absolutely every single person possible. Maybe not Campbell. But if you're going to sit every other person possible that you can sit, you probably should do Campbell too, because they're going to take it out on him. I feel like you should disrespect the Boston Bruins right now. Last game of the season, doesn't matter. You're not facing them. I feel like you take out all the stars. You take out all the stars. And you say you're not worth our time. We're not getting into it with you. We're not having Marchand take a slew foot at somebody because he feels like it to prove a point in case we meet up in a second round or something like that. We're not doing it. You know what I mean? You didn't deserve this game to be worth anything, so it's not worth anything. We're not going to make it worth anything. We're going to pull everybody we can, right? And then, yeah, imagine if you beat him doing it my way, right? You know what I mean? You pull out Matthews, you pull out, Marner, Nylander, Tavares, Riley. Let everyone else play, whoever else you got, whatever else, however many you can get out. Pull the rest of them, pull them out. Throw the younger guys in, and I say you just ignore Boston. Forget it, right, Thievis? Hey, how about that Statue's getting 60 goals, huh? Not bad. But yeah, I think that's what you do. Really, really upset Boston. Really make them mad. That way, if they do get chippy with you, they might lose one of their important guys, and all you're losing is somebody that is not having a shot at playing in the playoffs at all. It's fine. It's okay. The tough thing is the goalies, though, because I think Campbell probably needs the experience. But if you leave him in, when you pull everybody else, Boston's going to take runs at him. They're going to do dangerous things to him because they're going to be mad. They're going to be mad that we did that, and rightfully so. We're kind of being jerks if we pull a move like that. But sometimes you got to be, man. Sometimes in order to beat the jerks, you got to be a jerk, all right? I definitely think that, anyone ever asks you, hey, why do you get to be happy? Because screw you, that's why. You have to defend your happiness, man. People are ready to take it at all times, especially as Leafs fans. I got to hear from Senators fans, too. You know what I mean? I got Senators fans trying to have arguments with me today. And I'm like, yo, do you not realize how garbage your team is? Do what we all had to do when our teams were garbage. Shut up. Shut up. You know what I mean? Your team is garbage, Ottawa. I'm sorry. So all your fans need to shut up. Now, if I go picking on an Ottawa Senators fan out of nowhere and he wants to come back at me with something, hey, you know what? Good for him. Right on. You don't have to be bullied by nobody just because you're a Senators fan. Not by a Leafs fan or nobody. You know what I mean? Nobody should be actively picking on Ottawa Senators fans right now. So if they are, screw them. Give it back to them. I'm with that. But really? Senators fans are going to come at me out of nowhere? Whatever, bro. Who else is missing the playoffs? Hey, who else? Did the Jets make it in? I guess they're not in, right? Are the Jets officially eliminated? Anybody know about that? There's another one. Got way too cocky. They got way too full of it. Way too full of it, and look what happened, Yeah, the Habs are out. Good point there. That's another good one. Huh? Stanley Cup finalists last year. Stanley Cup finalists. And then the next year, almost dead last. Oh my goodness. And you can tell me all you want, that was fluke, and this is smarter because, it's preparing them for the future. Well, clearly, if you can get there once, you can get there again. You can, if you've done the right things. They didn't, right? They decided to still pull the plug because they had no confidence in the fact that they could do it again. That's a shame, man. That's a shame. Now you're probably going to lose Carey Price this last few years because, I don't see them getting that far ever again in at least the next 3 or 4 years. And by then, Price will be done unless he gets traded. You know what I mean? So, poor guy. Poor guy. He worked so hard. He's not going to get a cup, But Edmonton, I swear, might be the most overrated playoff team right now. I guess they're not really overrated. They shouldn't be there is what I'm trying to say. I feel like they probably should have missed, man. But watch now. Because of that, they'll find the momentum in the playoffs somehow and go on some incredible tear. You never know, man. There's always one Cinderella story, right? A team that's dysfunctional gets into the playoffs and then goes pretty far. I mean, look at these teams. You got Carolina and the Rangers and Pittsburgh and Boston and Washington. Oh, man, it's just an incredible year. The teams that are in are all so good. And the teams that are not are really not. The teams that are not are really not. Right? So, I'm ready for it. Hopefully, you're ready for it, too. All right? Be ready for some extra special surprises come playoff time. All right? I might have one or two. You never know. You never know with me, guys. Just want to thank you all again for coming out tonight. Okay, I really appreciate it. And we'll catch you after the game against the Boston Bruins, right? Down at TD Gardens, right? Toronto Dominion Gardens. Remind them of that next time they want to chirp you for anything. We own you, son. All right, Toronto. Woo! Owns Boston. Starting now. All right. Thanks, guys.